dude, to get a shutout is always feels good for the defenders and the goalkeeper. And it wasn't just a 0-0 shutout. Now that's got to feel good for the people. Like, this is just a full team feeling. And I love it, dude. I'm so excited.
Thanks for listening to KC Sports Network, proudly presented by Emprise Bank. If you're thinking about starting a business or know someone who is, check out Emprise Bank's SBA loans. It's always good to know your options, and they can be your partner in possible.
What is up, party people? Welcome to another episode of Currently on No Other Pod on KC Sports Network. I'm Daniel Kooser here with Chris Wright. Chris, playoff party. What's going on, man?
All right, whenever you make the playoffs, it's a good thing, right? So it wasn't something that we didn't think would happen, but we're just glad it's here, right?
It was inevitable, like Thanos, but it's also, we don't know where we're going to be. So now that's what the rest of this, what's remaining in this season will be, to see how these seeds line up, man. We already know the final is in Kansas City, but will we have potential other games in Kansas City? We'll have to wait to find out. It's certainly possible. What I didn't think was possible was what happened on Friday. And it was just, well, buddy, it was payback, to say the least. It was a 3-0 drumming when we got a 4-1 drumming at their place. I didn't see this coming. You were at the game. How'd things play out for you?
I mean, a goal right off the bat, right? Like that's one thing you want to see. You get blown out away. They absolutely humble you. Then we turn around and we score a goal in the second minute. So right out the gate, we went after them. And it did not stop. That went all game long.
It sure did, man. We had, the freaking ball control was good. Defense did their thing. I mean, it was just, it was fun to watch. I got to watch most of this at the theater when I was getting ready to go on stage. But actually, this goal happened in the fourth minute. You said second minute, but it could be, tomato when it's that early in the game. And it was, stop me if you've heard this, we're just extending records with the 18th different goal scorer in an NWSL season. This is crazy, man. Nichelle Prince on the board.
You said it last week, right? Like, who's a player you need to step up and show you a little something? You picked Nichelle Prince, and boy, she came right in and made an impact.
Yeah, and who set it up? Michelle Cooper, with a little steppy over on the side there, beating her defender and just slotting it across. And Nichelle Prince just has to get a little toe on it. She just has to redirect this ball somewhere. Just needs to touch it. And it just went into that back netting, man, or the side netting. Something else I said last week is that it would take 3 goals to beat this team. And that was not correct.
Thomas situation right there.
Technically, it only took 1 goal. But hey, we did score 3 goals. They were like, all right, we'll score 3. Whatever. If that's what it's going to take, we'll get it done. I'm just so happy for Nichelle Prince, man, to get that because, she hasn't been in this roster all season. Just kind of been in the reserves. And to be a starter these past few games and have it pay off like this is incredible.
That and you have a feeling that she has not been able to contribute to the success of the team like she wanted to. And we thought she would when she came over. But 18 different scores for the record, man. There's still some room to go. There's still some players who could come in and continue that record. But I'm happy for Nichelle there. I'm happy for Michelle Cooper as well. Coming off of an injury, she was able to get on a stat sheet there with an assist. So what a great start. What a great start at home.
What a great start. I do want to say that, things were pretty back and forth for a while. Schultz had an amazing game as well, man. That's her spot right now. Why would you ever take her out and put French back in if you don't have to? She's earned it, right?
Right now, she has to lose that spot, right? She has to lose it. That's her spot, and she has to lose it for French to come in. And I don't see that happening the rest of the year.
What a challenge France is going through right now, because I look at that person who's also a pro athlete who would like to earn her spot back. But She's not going to practice like I'm a backup. France certainly doesn't think that way. I don't know. The competitiveness is there. Your teammates, but you're also like kind of enemies because they got your spot.
I mean, that's just the dynamic of professional sports, right? You're often trying to build up and train your replacement and compete with each other, and it's such a weird dynamic. Imagine if we had that in our daily lives, right? Like that's such a mental hurdle. I would think a day in and day out to go train with and play with somebody who's keeping you from being on the field. But she's a leader. I'm sure she's a leader off the field right now as well. So still an asset to have on the team for sure.
Yes, 100%. Also, dude, speaking of assets, 31st minute comes along. Lola Bonta gets the ball about a quarter of the field away from goal. And she just takes it her damn self. She just dribbles straight into the defense, sees a little gap, similar to like Mahomes seeing a gap to scramble 10 yards for the first or something. Like that's what this was.
Yeah.
Takes it, she unleashes, and it's a little bouncer goal into the corner of the net. Goalkeeper stretches out, tries to get it. Maybe was blocked a little bit by her defenders, so this was didn't really see this one coming. And Labonta gives herself the craziest wedgie I've ever seen in my life, and she high steps it to the corner flag to celebrate. What is the celebration, and can we implement this everywhere?
I mean, that's pretty creative. I couldn't come up with that thing if my life depended on it. But I love I love how she just went across the box. Right, the keeper could not see where she was going, had no idea the shot was really coming until it was too late. And that ball was just a nice little curler, just right far post. And it had enough pace, right? It had enough pace to get past the keeper, and this defense has not, done their keeper any favors here.
Yes. And she kind of does a little hip swivel that gets Trinity Rodman off of her. And Trinity goes to cover Michelle Cooper, who's making a little run. And then there's another midfielder who's kind of dropping back to maybe cover a potential Vanessa DiBernardo pass. And then these other defenders just don't shut this down fast enough because Lowe doesn't give him a chance. She really fires right when she's at the top of the box, man. And it's a whole, I don't know, it's not far away from the goalkeeper's gloves, to be honest. It's like a ball's width, maybe.
Yeah. I mean, what a great individual effort. And then the keeper almost got it, so just glad that one's not true.
I could watch it on repeat. It's just gorgeous. I'm so happy that Lowe is having this kind of season. Because there was a moment in this year, actually, when we were like, she's been quietly good. Like, she's always there. She's doing the work, but not like getting the numbers. And now all of a sudden she scores bangers. It's crazy.
I think, last year it was kind of like the only way she got on the board was through PKs, and she's doing a little bit of everything this year to score. She had some bangers from outside the box. She had a header. She had this one going across the face of the box there. So she's doing it every way, man.
Yeah.
Great passing too. Great assists. She's, defensively she contributes. She's an absolute workhorse.
Yes. Great field awareness too, man. She truly is a field general. It's so fun to see a lot of her husband in her style of play as well. Like, I loved watching Roger play. I love watching her play. It's just a similar game, man. I love it. Trinity Rodman was consistently a threat here. She was putting things on frame and over frame and just always getting shots off. Tried to chip the keeper at one point, and she was able to stop that. Fired one over the net, headed one on frame, and the keeper Schultz barely got her hand to it. So this was tough, man. Trinity Rodman was coming, and we saw Bia back in the game. Her family was there, by the way. Did you see this?
I did. How cool is that?
They were very excited on the broadcast. They standing up, celebrating her in there, because it's not like they get to come to many games. They don't live here.
Yeah. And I mean, I want to retain Bia. So I hope that her family comes here, sees what it's all about, can see what we're doing for the sport of women's soccer, and tries to encourage her to stay. That's me being selfish, I don't know, but that's what I kind of hope is happening.
That would be great. A little bit of a team goal happens here, man. A little later on, we get our third goal where Bia crosses the ball over to Dabinia, who's got a defender on her. She kind of shakes her off. The ball gets forced out to the outside, but Dabinia is able to just put it right across the face of goal. Chawinga barely beats her defense. She's going to beat...
barely beat her defender.
Like she's going to beat her defender anyways. It just depends how much real estate she has to work with. She barely gets her a leg out there and puts the ball in the back of the net, man. And was it Chawinga's birthday?
I know it was recently. I don't know if it was that game.
Because did you see the celebration? Little birthday cake?
I love the fact that she's celebrating. She came in as just that humble, shy, work hard type of player. And then now you kind of see her personality blossom on the field and through celebrations. And that's a lot of fun to watch.
I think there's some peer pressure too, like within the team. Like, hey, Timwa, when are you gonna celebrate? And she's probably like, fine, I'll, give me a birthday cake. I'll blow out the candles. And that's what she did, man. 3-0. Who would have thought? Not I. I didn't think that would happen, but I also didn't think we'd get smoked by them when we played at their place.
No, especially without Croy Bethune, one of their top players. I knew that would obviously benefit our team, but I didn't expect a 3-0 drumming. And by the way, what a stop by Schultz right in the face. That one was like the 98th minute.
A stop? She got kicked in the face.
She got stopped.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This woman, can you imagine picking up a red card in the 98th minute when there's only 6 minutes of stoppage time?
Yes. Yeah, we're the type of player who's going to play hard to the whistle, even though it doesn't matter, and probably do something we shouldn't. So I could imagine it, but she's going to miss next game, man. And, we want Washington to kind of get a losing, skid here. So hopefully that's impactful.
It'd be nice. I don't think this lady knew she was getting a red card until she sees him pull it out of his pocket, and she is flabbergasted. I mean, those hands are out like, oh my God, what did I do? And it's like, I don't know. You were slide tackling this ball. Why would you do that? Like, the keeper's going to get it. The keeper's going to get there. And then if you slide tackle it from the keeper, it's just going to go out of bounds. So it is a reckless play.
And his cleats up, right? Like, it wasn't like her cleats were away. Her studs were away. That was right into Schultz.
Schultz got kicked in the face, did not come out of the game, was like, no, I'm German. I'm not coming out of the game. We don't have faces. Like, she's like, what happened? It was that feels like a mosquito.
See, this is where one of us had a good German accent. We could really do an impression there, but
not trying to get offensive.
That's true. We don't want to set you up. We don't want to set you up there, Dan. But
I'm not getting canceled today. Not today.
And by the way, Sharples and Cook, right? Like, they've done a pretty good job together ever since they came back. Beat the Courage. I'm sorry, not beat the tied with Orlando, beat Utah. Have not given up a goal in 3 games. Like, to me, that's a pretty good pairing there at center back.
I agree, man. It's dude, to get a shutout is always feels good for the defenders and the goalkeeper. And it wasn't just a 0-0 shutout. Now that's got to feel good for the people. Like, this is just a full team feeling. And I love it, dude. I'm so excited. It's so fresh in my mind because I watched it last night on Prime Video. I think we're getting old, buddy, and we're not exactly sure how to find things in there. Because I was on there, and you can't just search for KC Current versus Washington Spirit because it doesn't come up. And I'm like, what? How more, particular can I be? And you had to go to the Sports Hub and then go click on NWSL as a league and then scroll down to replays. And I was like, I thought I could just search for what I wanted. What is this? This isn't America?
Yeah, that's kind of silly, man. Doesn't make sense, right? Doesn't make sense. But
maybe I should start coming to games. Oh, wait. See you Saturday.
That's your first one in a while. right?
It is. We're very excited. Should be fun.
Yeah. And, we played Orlando and then Washington and did not give up a single goal in either one of those games.
Those are the top two teams.
The top two teams
get scored on.
Yeah. That's it. And we talked about it a couple of weeks ago. In this 3-game stretch, we consider it a successful stretch to be, get 7 points, right? 2 wins and a draw. And we're trending that way right now. So if we can squeak out another win at home against the tough Gotham team,
yeah,
we're going to not only jump them as the number 3 team, but we could potentially jump Washington.
Bro, we are Nostradamus. I do answer to Koostradamus sometimes. But I will say, we said 2 wins and a draw, and we're freaking there, dude. Like the stars could align, and we act like we know what we're talking about. You know how often that happens? Not often. Let us have this, people.
Never happens.
Jimmy would be so proud of us. He doesn't even know what goes on this podcast. People are like, who's Jimmy? We don't listen to no other pod. We just listen to this one because y'all are winning.
Shots fired. Yeah.
What are you going to do? It's tough.
They need to be fired. They need to be fired over there on that side.
Oh, Chawinga also extends her golden boot situation with a goal. So she had a game off last week scoring, broke her consecutive game record. But she's like, well, I got to get back to it. And starting a new record starts now.
16, man. Absolutely incredible. And they're all through the run of play.
100%. The top scorer for the league is 18, correct?
I think it was Sam Kerr.
Yes, but some of those had to be PKs, right?
I imagine so. When Alex Morgan had a really high amount, like most of them were PKs. So,
dude, those should be, they should have a list for Golden Boot goals and then show non-PK list. That's got to come out.
They should count as half. They should count as half a goal. Right?
If Timoa wins this thing, then they need to put that up and be like, actually, this is more impressive than you think.
It was crazy is throughout the year she could have had more. Think about how many one-on-one opportunities that got just stuffed, or how many times she was right in front of the goal and just blasted it over. So she could have had more, man. And she has a couple games left to try and take that record with her.
100%. Got more I want to talk to you about. I know we need to take a quick break, but before we do, man, would you like an extra $500? I would. I got plumbing issues in my house. Give me. Go to bluewirepods.com/survey and complete the Blue Wire audience survey about your podcast listening habits. You can win a $500 gift card. The survey creates better advertising experiences for you guys and also helps us. So bluewirepods.com/survey. Just answer some questions and you might win $500. Read the full terms and the disclaimer and complete the survey for a chance to win that money. bluewirepods.com/survey. The link is also in the show notes. Stay right there, beautiful listener. We'll be right back.
Looking for tickets for your next event? Tickets for Less is your number one source. Save big on every purchase when you use promo code KCSN at ticketsforless.com. Dealing with big wireless providers can be such a pain in your you-know-what. From being stuck on hold with customer service to phantom fees and unexpected overages in your monthly bills, it can be so frustrating dealing with big wireless providers. So when Mint Mobile says you can get $15 a month when you purchase a 3-month plan, they mean it. With Mint Mobile, you'll never have to worry about gotchas ever again. Mint Mobile is here to rescue you with a premium wireless plan starting at $15 a month. And you can carry over your own phone along with your own phone number and all of your existing contacts when you switch to Mint Mobile. Ditch overpriced wireless with Mint Mobile's deal and get 3 months of premium wireless service for just $15 a month. To get this new customer offer and a new 3-month premium wireless plan for just $15 a month, go to mintmobile.com/KCSNKCC. That's mintmobile.com/KCSNKCC. Cut your wireless bill to $15 a month at mintmobile.com/KCSNKCC. $45 upfront payment required, equivalent to $15 per month. New customers on first 3-month plan only. Speeds above 40 gigabytes on unlimited plans slower. Additional taxes, fees, and restrictions apply. See Mint Mobile for details.
Man, you like Nick on that ad?
I do. I love it.
Gotta call him. Listen, that's those sultry tones, man. I might go do what that ad said now just because of that voice.
He has such a radio voice too, doesn't he?
Oh yeah, he's like, I'm on the
good.
radio. Absolutely.
So good.
This is Nick. I'm on the radio. That's pretty good. Hey, before we go, dude, we had 3 different goal scorers. I don't even know where to go with this Holiday Distillery toast of the match. Let's deliberate. Let's talk about it.
Yeah, let's talk about it. We can't use big words over here. We gotta dumb it down for ourselves. I don't know. To me,
Labata's goal is more impressive of the 3, yeah?
Yeah, certainly more impressive. So here we go. Labata's goal is more impressive. Prince's goal added on to the record. First of the season as well. Then Chawinga extended her Golden Boot lead. So what do you do?
Well, you give it to goalkeeper Schultz for getting smashed in the face. No, honestly, Schultz is a big reason we have had these shutouts recently, and feels really good, man. There's some stuff, and some stuff she got scored on. I was like, I'm not sure Franch saves that either. So it's like there's been comparisons that way, but Schultz doing a great job, and that's where I'm going to go. When you're going to split goals like that and have things, you go with the keeper on the shutout.
I mean, she's been a huge part of this team. And she's getting some recognition, but not enough.
Yeah.
I mean, she's done a fantastic to come into a team she's never played before and just plug and play right in, man, and have this type of impact. Mm-hmm.
Incredible indeed. Dude, oh my God, there are trophies on the line this year, man. We are eligible for 2 trophies. With the NWSL Cup and the NWSL Liga MX Summer Cup, which is, oh my God, if you're listening to it on September 25th, it's a month away from today. Next month, man, is that final.
I mean, even though it felt like it took forever to get here, it feels like it's almost here. Are you going to it? Or am I mistaken?
I think I am.
Oh.
Yeah, we are leaning towards that. So San Antonio is a fun place, man. And if you go in the fall, you don't sweat your face off. Yeah. I went to Austin last July, and I was like, woo, y'all be living like this? It is hot.
It's a different kind of heat out there.
A little rough. I felt wet all the time. I was just like, look at my face. It's just wet. It wasn't fun. Do people just carry hand towels in Texas?
They should. They absolutely should. But by the way, I would take a quick step back to Franch here. I mean, I'm sorry, not Franch, but Schultz. I mean, she's only given up, 2 goals since she's come in? I think both of those were against North Carolina, if I remember right.
Okay, yeah.
I mean, just incredible, right? You come in and you're giving up 2 goals, and you play some high-powered offensive teams. I mean, I don't know. I'm very impressed with her performance as of late.
Well, this is our 3rd straight shutout. That's crazy. Especially when we lost 2 in a row to Washington and North Carolina. And then we've gone win, draw, win. And this weekend could also be another win. I mean, it's got to be. It's got to be, dude, with the home game. I mean, we're running out of home games. I mean, there's only 2 more.
Is that the case?
No, sorry, there's only 1 more.
Yeah.
Counting us as the home team in the Cup final in October. So after this, there's only that San Diego game on the 19th, which as of now, I might be at that one too, actually. Hold on.
How does this work out?
Well, when you got to cancel vacations because you got plumbing issues, you can make things happen.
A silver lining to that plumbing issue. But I mean, Gotham, their last couple games have not been great. I mean, they squeaked out a win over Utah, which is, I mean, Utah is the bottom team of the league, right? And then they beat Seattle Reign, which is not a good team. And they beat the Houston Dash the week before. So they quite literally played, 3 of the 4 or 5 worst teams in the league there, back to back to back. So,
well,
their performances against some of those teams.
I would like to, it'd be nice to be a little higher in these standings right now. It's certainly, we're only 2 points off of second place, so that's something. But depending on how things shake up this weekend, we could potentially jump into second place, like you said earlier. So I feel that, it's a good time to take advantage of Gotham, get it done at home. They score about 1.2 goals per match, I'm seeing, and that's it's pretty average, I'd say. It's not high, but it's not low. So, what are your expectations for the weekend? I mean, you got Lynn Williams on the team. Who's some other threats on there? Rose Lavelle?
Yeah, Lavelle's always a threat. Yasmin Ryan had a good game last week. Scored the only goal. Gonzalez,
of course.
Yeah, their keeper Berger is absolutely having a phenomenal year. So she's been a absolute beast. I mean, 3 of their 4 backline players are Olympians. Sonnet, Davidson, and Niswanger. Mm-hmm. So, I mean, they're a really solid team. They're a really good defensive team as well. So it's going to be tough to break them down. It's going to be a challenge for sure. Something
we never did mention wasn't, CC Kaiser's on this team now.
Yeah.
And, that was like September 7th, I think. And so that's interesting because she was in Houston for this year. And what happened down there? Was Houston just like not interested?
Houston's a shit show. Houston is a shit show. They don't know what they're doing. They don't know how to use it. Yeah, they don't know how to use any of their players. Good players will go there and they just can't do anything with them, and then they'll be traded away. Like Maria Sanchez. I don't know what Houston's doing, but I'm sure Nichelle Prince was happy to get away from Houston.
Sounds like it. But and now CC is over at Gotham, signed a multi-year deal, actually. So maybe that's a happy situation for her. Who knows?
Yeah, good for her. I'm glad she was able to kind of land somewhere. And a lot of these players are going to the USL, right? Playing in the other professional league. So I was hoping she was able to stay here at the NWSL and contribute somewhere, and she is. So I'm really happy for her.
Yeah, I think I think she was beloved by fans. So, I mean, if she were to get into the game, which I don't know if she will, but she would arguably get a really positive response.
No, she's going to get a big ovation if she gets into the game for sure.
Yeah. Okay, so winnable game Saturday?
Winnable, but tough. I don't see the game being as open as what we saw against Washington. I see it being a little more of a defensive game, but... if you score early on them, they're going to have to open up. And as you know, we're really good with the counter, so with Chewinga. So open them up, take advantage.
100%. Couple things from around the league, dude. Orlando's unbeaten streak is up to 21 now.
I don't see that.
And their goalkeeper earned her 11th shutout of the season that ties the league record for shutouts.
Jesus.
Now those are big stats right there. Extending your winning record and then or unbeaten record and then shutouts. Pretty crazy. What else? Didn't Ashley Hatch reach a milestone of some way?
I mean, she's been around a little bit, so maybe. I did notice that Gotham has the second lowest goals conceded per match at 0.8. The only team better is Orlando.
Okay.
So kind of goes to reinforce how good they are as a defensive team. And they lead the league in long balls, accurate long balls per match. So, just kind of be ready for those balls over the top. I'd probably try and use Ryan and Lynn Williams up there. But
yeah. What was nice, kind of neat for, Washington Spirit secured their playoff berth last week. And so it was nice for us to, secure ours this week, and more team, playoff field will be secured. And then the seeding battle is is just taking off, man. Like I said, we could jump from 4th to 2nd this weekend, potentially. I don't know who the other teams are playing off the top of my head.
I mean, by the way, thank God we don't have to worry about this, but right now, Racing is the last team in at 25 points, right? They have a +1 goal difference. Bay FC has 25 points, but they have a -8 goal difference. But you have, 1, 2, 3, 4 teams, battling for 2 playoff spots within 6 points of each other. Mm-hmm. So, I mean, if you're just looking for some chaos, and you like to enjoy some of that chaos, keep an eye on some of those matchups.
Oh, yeah. Washington has to go to Angel City on Friday.
Angel City's tough as well. They're no slouch.
No, they can hold their own, especially at home. But both teams, I mean, they're just I don't know. They're kind of hit and miss here, so we'll kind of see what happens.
I mean, so Gotham, by the way, they play us and then Bay FC. Bay FC is kind of coming on, so don't sleep on Bay FC there.
Okay.
But then they play Chicago and then Orlando. So that's a chance. If Orlando wins, then they give us, a little bit of room, little bit of leeway there. And then if Gotham wins, it ends their streak. So it's kind of interesting to see how that plays out.
Yeah, that's interesting dynamic for sure.
Yeah, and I was going to take a look at Washington to kind of see what their next few games looks like, to see who they play. Yeah, like you said,
they got to play Orlando as well next month.
Yeah, their stretch is not easy either. Angel City, Orlando, Louisville, who can be dangerous, at times for sure, and then North Carolina. So
nice, man. Things could shape up in our favor, but we got to take care of business at home Saturday for sure.
Yeah, we only have one more home game after this. The rest are on the road, so we got to take care of business at home.
Unless we got home playoff shit going on, right? Yeah.
We know we're going to make it, and we know where the last game is going to be. It's
up
for the team to do the rest, right?
This Saturday is Family Day.
Oh.
I don't know what that entails, but it sounds kind of fun. So it'll be fun to have a lot of families out there enjoying the hopefully nice weather.
Yeah. Should be a good time.
Yeah. What else do we need? Any honorable mentions today? Anything else worth talking about?
Not that I can think of, to be honest. That's like
kind of hit it out. Kind of went through it. Cool. I'm good if you are, man. We thank you all for being here. I mean, if you want to drive this show, you want to hear things talked about, then you got to tell us. You got to let us know. You got to text us your questions, comments, anything you want us to talk about at 913-407-6524. That's our KCSN hotline powered by Mint Mobile. So be a part of the show. Sounds fun. In the meantime, leave us 5-star ratings and reviews on Apple Pod and Spotify. Hit us up, nootherpod@gmail.com. Socials at nootherpod, at Dan Kooser, at Chris Wright 21. And we'll just count on talking to you guys next week, hopefully with another victory pod. Oh my God, could we really get 7 points in 3 games? I'm excited. For Chris, I'm Daniel. We love y'all. See ya.